Hey, welcome back to Milton Daily Homes. Chuck here. I think we have a list of 17 properties, something like that, leading us right into the weekend. If you want to come and join us for a tour, just click over on that side. You can meet us at Starbucks. There's a lot of options if you want to start gathering information. So let's get started. 1118 Bar Crescent. It's about 1360, 1380 square feet. 374.9 is the price. Hardwood floors. Basically, it's one big open room here. Hardwood stairs. Then you've got your kitchen with the eat-in. And I tell people all the time, you got to get rid of that stuff beside the fridge. Sometimes people put little step ladders or brooms. Throw them in the garage for the listing because it really, you notice it when you look at this picture. That's one of the first things your eye sees. The bedrooms upstairs are all decent. There's one that's a little bit small that's sort of on the corner of the hallway, but overall, 374.9 for a semi. Start to see these slide a little bit, so it's probably an okay price. It's probably in the right range. Cargill Path is an 1130 square foot townhouse, so obviously comparing to the previous, you go, what's the deal? Now, there was a really big sale recently, and so we're just waiting to get the final numbers. We know what it was listed for, much higher than we've seen in the past. So these guys might be trying to coattail that one. Granite counters, stainless steel. It says extra deep lot, but really it says 0 feet here. I have no idea about that. We'll have to check it out. We'll have to see what happens with it. If they get that price, boy, I tell you, there's people with that model that are going to be really happy. Houston 3D49 semi, or actually it says detached, but it doesn't look very detached. It's probably a mistake there. It looks like a semi to me. It's definitely not a double car garage at this price range. A wide angle lens in this kitchen I think would have made a huge difference because it is a little bit smaller. It's not the hugest home. The upstairs flooring that looks like a laminate floor, and then you've got your backyard. It's okay to me. It's almost skippable. I mean, there's nothing offensive about it, but I think that as we see the amount of inventory in that price range, you can really start to get picky. Holly's a 2-bedroom home, 407. It's got to be really nice if it's the 2-bedroom version. Most people, I think, would expect a 3-bedroom. Double car garage, 3-story, so there's really no backyard. You've got a patio above your garage. Bundy Drive is 409, and so it's a Moorside end unit townhouse, 1580 square feet. We've got one for sale right now for $399,800 with a massive lot, 674edwards.com. These guys here, they've got a bit of hardwood. Very interesting carpet there. I kind of like that with the dudes playing jazz. The big thing on this one, really the big extra beyond what's usual, and there's nice paint colors and everything else. The finished basement is more the value add on this one. A little bit of work in the backyard too. So overall, I don't know if I love the price. I think it is, again, a very competitive price range right now. If November 30th, 2012 is the date they quote. Whenever we see that, we know that that can be a very important date to the sellers. Farmstead, it's 409. I don't have any pictures here. 9-foot ceilings on the main floor. I've talked about in the past how I'm not in love with these, especially when you consider there's a little monthly fee that kicks in a year or two. The builder has subsidized that, which really in the big picture is peanuts for a builder. Probably better to give them for them to give you like a stainless steel fridge or an air conditioner. It's okay. I mean, whatever. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the floor plans on those. Those are the main issue I have with them. Bing Court 449. We're looking at up in Dorset Park, right? So you've got detached. It says 33 by 93, but I think it's a pie-shaped lot and relatively quiet street here. I mean, local traffic only, pretty much. Good street hockey street. I don't know. I don't know what to think of it. It's hard to tell from the pictures really what you're up against on something like this. I think that it doesn't look necessarily like it's sort of a wow inside, but it's good value. Detached home in Dorset Park. People look for those. People wait for the right home. So McQuaig is $459. Double car garage here. I think this is an amazing deal. You have to put your it's almost like you have your beer goggles on to look at these, but that's sometimes just a data processing thing. I know this agent; he's a really good agent. Yeah, you've got an upgraded kitchen, possibly even upgraded counters. Hard to tell from those shots. The one clear photo is the master bedroom for some weird reason, and then off we go. So 459 double car garage. McQuaig is a little bit busier, but that's still a good deal. The all brick. There's some with siding that have sold for more on the street. Really, really nice value. I like that one a lot. Scott Boulevard 469. We have some good single garage winners, but just to see how competitive the double garage is, 10,000 less than even something like this is pretty outstanding. So 469, nice dark hardwood floors here. The kitchen looks great. You've got a little area for your computer nook. Really well done. I look at this one and say, boy, that's got to be in the top picks of the day for sure. You look at something like this on Savaline, again, a very, very good competitor. Exact same price range too. 3-bedroom detached single car garage. You can see the nice moldings here. It's a great intro shot to this home. And then you've got your dining room right in the front of the house. Good open concept layout for the kitchen. Dark stairs. I think those dark blinds even really add something to this one. You can see it's almost like a picture on the wall. It's like a linear picture. Hardwood upstairs. You can see the driveway. So these guys have definitely taken really good care of their house. 469 is the price. Very, very impressive. This one here on Clark is a little bit bigger than the previous two, 46.9. There's been some good sales recently of this model. There's also been some crummy ones, so it depends on which set of stats you look at. I've always mentioned to people, my own personal belief is when you have stuff up here, it really takes away the attention on the listing. My advice is usually take everything off the top of your cabinets. Nice size fridge for that cabinet. You can see the upgrade from the builder is doing the fridge depth cupboard up top. Nice appliances here, hardwood floors, hardwood stairs. And what they've done is this is a 4-bedroom elevation, but they've actually opened it up and put a loft there. And whenever I've seen this, I've been really impressed. I like the way it looks. Just opens the upstairs up a little bit. And what they do, instead of, like when they move to a 4-bedroom elevation, they move the laundry down to the basement. Overall, things look good on this one here. It's probably across from a park. If it's 1481 Clark, it's probably a little bit west of 4th Line. So that could be a good value feature too. November possession, I think, is what they're looking for. 140 rule, 487. I don't have any information on this one here. Looks like the yard is a little bit deeper. It looks like it's at 100 feet. Granite countertops. We'll see what happens. Kearns, again, a competitor with something like Clark. 1,800 square feet, 4 bedrooms, plus a finished basement. Might be able to park 2 cars side by side here, which sometimes, just like we mentioned yesterday, is as important or even sometimes more important than a double car garage for some people, that they don't have to play the switcheroo game with their cars. So moving inside, very clutter-free, very nice. I find the family room and the kitchen on this model are a little bit narrow for my taste. That's a good value feature for, especially you sort of bring a family through. Generally the guy, and I know I'm generalizing, but they're the ones that really like that home theater idea. Although my wife would probably be more excited than I would for something like that. So good stuff. Nice listing. I like the dormer effects here. It just gives a bit of visual interest to the room. You can do some neat stuff like a little reading area or a desk for the kids too. So it gives you a bit of bonus space. Nice stuff. Looks like a rollout awning in the back too. Now, Tonelli Lane, I think that's a 110-foot lot, which I think is going to be the difference on that one price-wise. That's 30 feet extra than most of the ones in that subdivision. This one is ripe for a sale. I thought it was good at $519 personally. So $509 is the price. 2,400 square foot home. There is a double car garage, so maybe a bit of a photo angle that showed the double garage could be a good thing. It's a great floor plan, and in the kitchen it actually looks reasonably upgraded. I mean, even just the stainless steel appliances. You don't like the backsplash, rip it out at $509, put some hardwood floors in, and you're golden. So a lot of good value here. Really surprised it hasn't sold yet. Tonelli is a good quiet street too. Morris Place, 524.9. Why isn't someone buying this home? I know the answer to it, but I can't believe the answer to it. Just over 2,300 square feet, plus a finished basement or partly finished. I know that there's some areas that you probably rip that light fixture out, uh, take the countertops out, but if you wouldn't, people that haven't seen this done don't believe me. But if you rip these counters out, you painted those cabinets, you put a bit of paint in the house, because you look at a color like that one there. I mean, it's obviously not working for most people. Boy, you could really, really add a lot of value. But even this area here in the basement, boy, if it shows reasonably well, this home, it's a good quiet street on Morse. This is ripe for the picking. For the right person who comes in here, probably puts even 10 or 15,000 bucks if it's in half decent shape. They could be in a position where this home could be worth a lot more than what they put into it. So great opportunity for a quick fix up that I think could really make an impressive home. Pringle, 2,400 square feet, 2,427, 539 is the price. I've seen this home. There was another model, I'm not sure if it's sold yet, but it had a 9-foot ceiling on the main floor. So what it has is it's got a bit of a living room. There's a big couch in that area too, and a dining room, then the kitchen with a pass-through window in the family room. So it's almost set up like a grid pattern. A decent kitchen here too. Everything looks nice. There's a bit of a loft upstairs plus 4 bedrooms. So 539, if you're a buyer in the 500 to 550 range right now, you must be loving it, because there's a lot of good opportunities. That's probably, for me, the meatiest, tastiest price range in all of Milton right now. There's a lot of good stuff right there. Hearst is 589, and it's about a 2,800 square foot home. I think it's called a Westford or something like that. It's been listed a couple times. They've relisted at the same price. Let me tell you why I like the location on this one here. So it's right on Hearst, and at the end of Hearst, you can see it from the house. There's the BD Library right here. Beautiful ravine trails and everything else. There's a little pond here. There's a park here. There's a park here. So you're really close to a lot of different things. The high school, the public high school is right here. Hawthorne Village Public School, which has a great reputation, is right over here. You've got a nice little walking trail through there. You've got all the parks. You've got a splash pad that's probably, I would say, a 10 or 15 minute walk, probably 5 minutes on a bike. That is an ideal location. It's a great place. The kids could basically grow up there. Public and public and high school right close by, library close by, lots of parks. What more could you ask for as a family? Nice stuff. So I know the home isn't perfect inside, but generally it's not too bad. So $599 is this one on Featherstone. I think it's a little bit high. I'm not crazy about some of the finishes inside. There's some beautiful parts in here. It's funny, that light looks like a little mini nibby light. It's the funny, I don't know why. I don't know if it's the camera, but that looks like it's about half the size that it should be if you look at the whole composition of the photo. Anyways, you've got a front, basically a living room. It's a little bit narrow here. Kitchen that overlooks the family room. This pass-through window overlooks that family room. Yeah, overall I would say it's okay. I mean, I'm not sure of the size of this one here. It is a double car garage, obviously, in this price range. Yeah, I would peg it a little bit less than what it's listed for to sell. Now, Simon's is at $674.9, and it's got a big finished basement by the builder, 63 by 100 foot lot. So you can see there's a lot of side yard here. There's really no neighbors on this side, and I don't remember the size of this one. For a long time it was being sold as a vacant house, and they've decided to stage it. You can see there's definitely been a stager into this home, and it certainly appeals, the appeal went up a lot. The problem I have with this one is a weird thing, but I'm 6'4". I hit my head walking out the back sliding door. So you've got 9-foot ceilings on this home, but this tiny little sliding door, it's the weirdest thing. It's something out of Alice in Wonderland. Very, very bizarre, but there's a lot of finished space here. The other bathroom has not the prettiest green tiles, very modern look in the, that's the ensuite right there too, and it's had its fencing done. So I could see the value in something like this. It's less than 3,000 square feet, but there's a huge finished basement. The staging can do nothing but help, but it's not cheap to stage a home that size. If you're doing every room, you're talking about, I bet you 3 or 4 thousand minimum up front, and then probably 1,000 or 2 every other month. So that's a substantial investment. Now, if you made an extra 10,000, great, good for you. So Ennisclair is 1.95. It's about 10 acres. I have no doubt the value's there. I mean, look at that front door. I mean, this looks like something out of a movie scene when somebody goes to meet the rich girlfriend or something like that. But it has that French Monet style, which I don't know if everybody loves. I've talked about this. This home's been listed off and on for a while now, and I have no doubt that the money and the value and everything's there. Beautiful sunroom, and what they don't show. Oh yeah, they do have a picture of it. So the pool and gorgeous land and everything else. I just think that I mean, anything can happen in this price range. That's the thing about once you kind of cross 1 million, people get very particular. But when they like something, sometimes sometimes price isn't necessarily an object. But anyways, it's going to take the right kind of buyer. So you would expect this home to be listed for a long time. It wouldn't be unusual if you saw the days on this one, be 300 days or something. That's just the way it is. That's the kind of home it is. If it was a little bit more middle of the bell curve, where it appealed to people on the finishes and everything else, there's a lot of stuff in here that's really, really nice. Beautiful, beautiful impression from the front here. So that's the list. If you have any questions, give us a call. Definitely come meet us. Get in touch. Make sure that you stay safe and ask sometimes you don't even know what questions to ask, but ask us lots of questions. We'll definitely respond by email or by phone. We'll try and help you out. So have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week. Okay, take care.